Well, Fisker shares are plunging today, down more than 12% there. This comes after more bad news for the EV maker. The company announcing it is pausing car production and looking to raise $150 million. To break this down for us, we've got our very own Pras Subramanian. Oof, Pras, you look at that stock move. I mean, we're talking 15 cents a share at this point, right? 6-week pause. What does that buy Fisker, and is that enough time to get their finances in order?
Well, I think it's bought itself some breathing room here with this $150 million of new funding coming from an existing investor to be doled out across 4 different tranches. And then also, according to some sort of conditions need to be hit, in particular, filing that 10K that's been delayed. So I think that's the positive here. The bad news, like you mentioned, is that the company has paused production now for 6 weeks to kind of, they say, better align with demand. They had produced around 1,000 vehicles this year and have 4,700 vehicles in inventory. So they have a bit of supply there to kind of go through. The company also reiterated to Kiko that it's in talks with a large manufacturer, again, for a potential transaction or partnership. Last week, Reuters had said that could be Nissan. That's who they were talking to. We'll see. But yeah, I think outside of a partnership or new fundraising or something positive, it's going to be hard here for Fisker to, keep its shareholders happy here, who have seen a massive decline in value. And I think the company is trying to keep going here, and we'll see what happens with this new funding and potentially a partnership.
And we know, Pras, that we've talked about production delays plaguing Fisker before, but also some on the good side, the things that it does have going for it, its intellectual property. How well positioned do you think it is then for some of these car makers that you've mentioned there to take Fisker on?
Well, according to Reuters, there was talk that Nissan was interested in some of the other Fisker's other platforms. For instance, they have an EV pickup coming in the future and a couple other smaller vehicles. I think that's sort of what was exciting to them. Nissan is sort of, I don't want to say they're rebooting here, but their current Aria EV is not sold that well, and they've been offering extensive discounts and incentives to move those cars off the lot. So potentially they see this as an exciting way to amp up their EV offerings, which I think, and I think many automakers believe, might be a little hiccup here with EV demand, but potentially it's going to go that way in the future, mid-decade and a decade. That's where we'll see more of these sales. So Fisker does have some value there in terms of their intellectual property. And plus they have, like I said, 4,700 EVs in inventory, which the company says is worth around $200 million.
We'll certainly see if they can get into the hands of some ego buyers, perhaps. I appreciate you getting us up to speed there. Our very own Pras Subramanian.